Hey guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. Now, today I've decided to make a video on how I recover from my ITB syndrome. So a couple of months back, I was in Japan, in Kyoto for the Kyoto Marathon 2018. It was my first time running a full marathon out of the country. So all the preparation was great. I was very fit. It was a very cold weather run. So you feel the air is very fresh and you don't tire that much. So I thought I can get my personal best. However, it didn't turn out the way I planned. The race went well. I was running on pace 6, and I feel good. And on the 10 kilometer, I started to feel my right knee. The outer side of my right knee is started to show some sign of wear and tear. I had a lot of pain, and on the 15 kilometer, the pain was so severe that I couldn't even run. So I dragged myself for the next 4 kilometers, and finally I pulled a string and I told the organizer that I'm out. So I came back. I consulted a few doctors. I did some X-rays, and we finalized that it was an ITB issue. So I've been doing my own recovery after going through a lot of YouTube videos online and spoken to a lot of doctors. I've seen a chiropractor, physiotherapist. I've consulted some of the best doctors in the market, and there's a few options for me. The first one would be a lot of stretching and readjusting my running position, and the second one, which is to go for an operation. So of course, as an athlete, we do not want to go for an operation. We would like to recover naturally. So here are a few steps that I've done in order to recover from my ITB issue. Um, the ITB problems or ITB issue may be different from one person to another. So some of the techniques that I've learned from the YouTube, it doesn't work for me, but these are the few ones that's working for me so far. So you can try it out after you watch this video. If it works for you, I'm happy to help. If it doesn't work for you, keep on researching, because once you found the technique that works for you, it could be a solution and you can actually go for your run naturally again. So the reason why I got my ITB is because of my weak muscle. So on my quads, the ITB happened on my right leg. So on my muscle on my thigh, my outer muscle is too strong, and it's kind of pull my kneecap towards the outer part. So when the kneecap is on the outer part, when you run, there's a lot of rubbing between your ITB band and your kneecap. So hence the pain. So the other thing is that my glute is very weak, so I need to do a few strengthening or core workout. Now you just saw there's a lightning and also thunder. So it's raining outside, and I just did my 10K run and I did my warm down as well. Now, in order for me to recover from ITB, first I need to see how my feet land when I run. So I realized that my feet is like that. So meaning that my outer muscle is pulling my feet out or my legs out. So what I need to do is I need to be consciously putting my feet straight. So when I run, I need to land like this. So in order for me to land like that or like this, I need to work on my inner muscle, the inner muscle on the right leg. So I've developed a few technique that I work on, and it's working very well. So I've broken this down into 3 areas. The first one would be strengthening. The second one would be stretching, which you can do for warm up or warm down. And then the third one would be the recovery. So let's take a look at the first one, which is the strength. Now I have some video taken for you guys. So let's take a look at the video right now. Now the first one, I'm not sure what is it called, so I call it a one leg strengthening. So all you need is to have a stool about maybe a feet high. You stand it on one leg, and then you balance yourself, and then just squat down like that, just to strengthen your inner muscle. So remember, when you're doing this, you want to do it for both legs. So even though if you have one leg that is injured, you want to do it on both legs as well. So when you go down, right, you balance yourself, and then you work on the muscle on the inside of your leg. Okay, so that's the one leg strengthening work. And then the second one would be the kettlebell. So I've got myself a kettlebell, which is an 8 kilogram kettlebell. So there's so many workouts you can do on a kettlebell. But in order for me to work on my ITB, this is how I make full use of that kettlebell. Now, as for the kettlebell, you just it's the same as the one leg squat, but you're adding weight on your body. So you hold the kettlebell on your right side of your arm, and then you lift up your left leg, and then you do a squat by using your right leg, which is the injured leg. You can do on the other side of the leg as well, as long as you hold it on your left arm. So you squat down, you put extra weight on your body, and it's a very good way to strengthen your inner muscle on your right thigh. So I'm concentrating this video on only on the right leg because that's my injured leg, and um, and that's number two. And the last one, which is the squats. Yeah. So squats, it's very simple. But my problem is when I do a squat, I can't squat down by putting my feet flat on the ground. I need to tiptoe. So that's the main problem as well. So I've been doing a lot of stretching, and now I can squat down with my legs flat on the ground. So it's very simple. You stand straight, make sure both of your feet are slightly towards straight. All right, maybe it's open up a little bit, it's fine. So you put it on the ground, make sure it's flat, and then you do the squat. So now these are the few things that I do under strengthening. So I'm strengthening my muscle so that when I run or when I cycle next time, I can make full use of the inner muscle and the outer muscle so that it's balanced, and it could prevent the kneecap from going to the right side that rubs on my ITB. So what I do on my strengthening technique is that every technique that I shared with you earlier, I do for about 3 to 4 sets, and I do it every single day. So if you're busy, you can skip alternate days, but as long as you do some strengthening. So that's number one. Now, number two is what I call the stretching. So as you know, ITB is caused by the body is not flexible enough. So we need to be flexible. So in order to be flexible, we need to do a lot of stretching. Now the stretching can be done during the warm-up or the warm-down after your workout. So now the first one I would share would be the, let me see on my video here. Yep. The first one would be the stretch on the front. So all you need to do is to sit down on the floor, stretch, put your legs to the front, and then just stretch by pulling your feet towards you. So do that for about 30 seconds, maybe about 3 to 4 sets, as long as you feel the tension on your muscle, and that's good enough. And the next one would be doing the stretching to the left and also to the right. So it's the same as the front stretch, but then you pull it to the right side and then you pull it to the left side, which is a good way to stretch all the muscles on your thigh. And now the last one would be the pigeon stretch. Now the pigeon stretch is like a yoga pose. So you cross your legs just like you see on the video, and then you pull, you push your body towards the front, and you stretch the inner thigh and also the glute of your body. So that's what the pigeon stretch is all about. And at the end of the day, once you're done with all these stretches, then you feel very good after your workout. Now, the last one would be the recovery. So let's take a look at the recovery. Now, for recovery, you might need a few tools. The few tools that I use would be the foam roll, the massage electronic massage device, and also an ice pack. Now, as for the foam roll, you need to have a hard foam roll. I prefer the hard ones because the softer ones, after a while using, it's sort of deep down in the center. So you might want to change to a new one. So I've purchased the hard foam roll. And two areas that I roll, the first one would be the glute area. Make sure the area that you have soreness is right in the middle, so you roll it. And then after that, the second one would be your ITB, which is on your thigh, as you can see on the video. So you roll it on the area that you have pain or you have soreness to remove the pain away. It's called a deep tissue massage. That's what my Chiro told me. So it's very good for your recovery. And then the second one would be massage. Now, I've purchased the Ogawa Massage device. It's very cheap. It cost me about 40 US dollar. So you just put it on the affected area, the sore area, and then you push it down, and then it has the vibration tip that actually massage your sore area. So this will increase the blood flowing channel or blood oxygen blood that goes through your sore area, and it can recover quite fast. And the last one would be icing. So icing is to prevent swelling. So after all the stretching, after your workout, you just put an ice pack on the affected area. Then you wrap it up with some Velcro strap, and then you leave it for about 10 to 20 minutes. Now, while you're on the when you have the ice on your knee or on the affected area, you can also do the massaging by using the massage device. So, guys, these are the three things that I've been doing for the past 5 to 6 months. Of course, you don't do it only once, but you do it on a constant basis. So I've done this almost alternate days. So for the past 4 to 5 months, and I can see there's a lot of improvement on my ITB. So I can now run half marathon without any significant pain. The pain will still be there. It's going to be a long-term pain, but it's better than what I've experienced in February in Japan. So now I can cycle for 3 to 4 hours without any significant pain. I can run half a marathon without any significant pain. So I think these are the few areas that is helping me, and I'm going to try a few more techniques in the future to see whether I can what can I do to completely remove my ITB. But I came to realize that ITB it's a long-term injury and it doesn't go off. It comes back once in a while. So what we need to do is our part is to take action, to stay healthy, stay fit, and enjoy what we love, which is triathlon, running, swimming, and cycling. So if you guys have any questions about ITB, which I didn't cover in this video, put down some comments in below, and I'll be more than happy to reply you, and we could exchange some ideas on how we can recover. So look forward for your comment. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.